My name is Shaunice, and I'm the host of this new segment. I am raising a child. His name is Taj. He's 6 years old, and he was diagnosed with autism at 2.5. I want to be transparent with you throughout these videos that I will be doing. And of course, if you have questions, comments, or concerns, you're welcome to leave them in the comment section or email me, and I will do my best to answer all of them and make sure that you get the information you're asking for. A Minute with Autism came to me, I wouldn't say in a dream, just kind of in a vision. Being a new mom, you have all these emotions that and all these worries kind of that go along with just raising kids in general. So when Taj was diagnosed, I literally thought my world was over. I was completely in a dark space. I was anxious about everything. I was worried about everything. I was embarrassed. I was humiliated. I went through a wave of emotions. My godmother, she prayed with me. She prayed for me, and she prayed me through, the feelings that I was having. And needless to say, I'm doing well now. I'm comfortable with talking about it. I am comfortable with raising my son. Do I have challenges? Yes. Is every day a walk in the park? No. But do I know that I can do this and we will get through this and my son will excel? Absolutely. Took me a while to get there, but I'm here and there's no stopping me or Taj now. A few things that I want to go over in these segments just are facts. I also want to answer questions. I want to help someone. That is my goal. To help new moms or even veterans in this autism game who's raising older kids. Just, I want to help somebody. What is autism? So, a serious developmental disorder that impairs the ability to communicate or interact. Autism spectrum disorder impacts the nervous system. Next, I want to go over some misconceptions and some facts. So, a misconception about tantrums and meltdowns. A lot of people think that when a autistic kid is having a tantrum or a meltdown that they're just a bad kid. That couldn't be further from the truth. They're having something called a sensory overload, or they're just upset. What do you do when you're upset? Do you cry? Do you scream? It's the same with them. But it's hard for them to communicate what's going on, so they revert to tantrums. Some kids are nonverbal, so that is the way that they get their emotions out. They also do something called STEM, and I'll give you the definition of that. When a person with autism engages in self-stimulatory behaviors such as rocking, pacing, spinning, or an objective hand flapping, these are things that calms them, or this is things that they do when they're happy or when they're frustrated. So if you see one of them doing that, that is what it's called. It's called stimming. My next misconception is people with autism don't feel empathy or they don't pick up on sarcasm. That couldn't be further from the truth. I know for my son, he picked up on emotions before language. My son would pick up on the vibe of me being sad or depressed way before he was talking. A lot of people, you pick up on energy, and that's for neurotypical people too. When you enter a room, sometimes you feel the vibe that's in the room before anybody says hello. Like your energy will introduce you before you even speak a word. Autistic people pick up on energy just like we do. Next misconception is autism can be cured with whoopings. Not at all. You cannot whoop the autism out of kids. A lot of times, my people of color, we discipline our kids. And that's fine if that's your thing. But if a child that has autism is screaming and having a tantrum, whooping him is not the answer. They learn different, first of all. And constructive discipline is a better way of going about it. You can't beat the autism out the kid. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna help you. And after so long, it's just abuse. And it's me vibing with you. I'm just keeping it real. That's how I feel. And again, these are just things that I've been seeing, that I've been through. I'm not saying it's, factual for you, but it is for me. Another misconception is autism has a face, a race, or a gender. I get a lot of times people say to me, he doesn't look autistic. Well, that's because autism doesn't have a look. Or he looks normal. Autism doesn't have a look. It doesn't have a face. It doesn't have a color. It doesn't have an age. It is a social disorder. People who, quote unquote, look normal to you can be dealing with that on the inside. A lot of people who have anxiety don't look like they have anxiety. A lot of people who go through depression don't look like they're depressed. Same thing with autism. So I want to thank you guys for listening, and I want to leave you with this quote. If you met one person with autism, you've met one person with autism. Nobody's the same. Thanks for listening.